Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Hari Om. Sadashivaha. Literally, it means one who is always of the nature of auspiciousness. In the Shaiva Agam, there are 11 Rudras who are described. The sixth form of that is Sadashivaha. Sadashiva literally represents the absolute truth. That absolute truth which empowers Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra to create, sustain, and destroy the universe is called Sadashiva. So the shloka in Shaivagam says, Brahma bhutva srijanlokam, Vishnur bhutva thapalayan, Rudro bhutva harannante, Gatir mestu Sadashivaha. May that Sadashiva be my gati, be my goal. Who is that Sadashiva? Who becomes Brahma, creates the universe, as Vishnu sustains the whole universe, and as Rudra dissolves the universe. So the Shiv Puran says that the absolute reality, the supreme truth is Paramashiva, who is infinite changeless consciousness. With a view to become manifest, the form that infinite changeless consciousness appeared as, that form is called Sadashiva. This form was the abode of all auspiciousness, all virtues, all nobility, all great samskars, and of the nature of pure consciousness and illumination. The wise men call this form as the form of Ishvara. It is this form of the Lord who invoked and then created the Shakti in a specific form known to us as Ambika. It is said this form of Sadashiva and Ambika created a loka called as Shivalok. And that Shivalok is supposed to be what we know today as Kashi. They stayed there and took a sankalp that we will never leave this place. Hence Kashi was also called as Avimukta Kshetra. Bhagwan never leaves that Kshetra. And since Bhagwan and his Shakti both are residing there, it is a source of great joy. So the first name of that city was called Anandavan. Then it came to be called as Avimukta Kshetra because Bhagwan never leaves that place. And now it is called as Kashi, where one shines in one's true glory. By the grace of the Lord and Mother Ambika, when we realize that we are essentially one with that Supreme Lord, then we shine as though in our true glory. So Sadashiva means one who is always auspicious. It is also said that Sada indicates Mother Ambika and Shiva is the Supreme Lord. So even the word Sadashiva itself means the Lord with Mother Ambika, both of whom are most auspicious to us. And we always pray to the Mother that please help us to transcend the Maya, transcend the three gunas and realize Paramashiva. This name of Lord Shiva is to inspire us that Bhagwan, whatever the Lord does, is auspicious. There is some greater purpose behind it. And so we must have faith that whatever is happening for the good, even though there may be challenging times, difficult situations and circumstances to face. When we have this inherent faith that the Lord is Sada Shivaha, He is always of the nature of auspiciousness, the Lord will never do anything which is inauspicious or which is troubling to the jiva. The difficult circumstances may be a way of making us more alert, more aware, helping us to rectify our mistakes, to make us humble. There could be many reasons why this happens. Sometimes it is also the karma fall of our own negative karmas. In and through various situations of life, what we must remember is that the Supreme Lord, who is always of the nature of auspiciousness, would never turn inauspicious to us. It is a myth to think that Bhagwan gets upset with us, angry with us, curses us, wants us to go through trouble, sorrow, suffering, makes us go through difficult times. If we are going through the difficult times, there are various reasons behind it. Even if the Lord makes us go through it, it is not out of hatred, it is not because the Lord dislikes us or the Lord condemns us. No. Just like a mother may discipline the child, but it is all out of love. That love is the most auspicious. Same way, if we see that the love of the Lord is there with us at all times, this body is functioning because of the auspiciousness and the grace of the Lord. All around us, the nature that is functioning is Sadashiva. What we are able to achieve, the relationships that we have, the prosperity that we have, the talents and capabilities we have are all auspicious because of the presence of that Supreme Lord. If that presence stops manifesting, this body, which is appearing so dynamic and so beautiful, suddenly becomes just a dead, inert body. So, remembering that the Lord is always gracious, always kind, compassionate, let us invoke strength in our heart. Also, we can become Sadashiva, that always we entertain noble, auspicious thoughts in our mind. Tanme manaha Shiva sankalpamastu. May my mind always have auspicious resolves. We must try to live in that sattva guna, in the level of purity, auspiciousness. Negative thoughts, self-condemning thoughts, thoughts of disappointment, dejection, one has to abandon. And how will one abandon those? Through devotion to the Lord, through faith in the Lord, through our continuous sadhana, through introspection, through the attitude of being a constant learner in life. Mistakes all of us make, but as we learn from them, we keep improving. We don't have to hold on to regrets and curse ourselves. So may we always have auspicious thoughts. If in each individual mind there is a sankalpa that we will think auspicious, we will speak auspicious, we will act in an auspicious way, then the whole world itself turns into most peaceful, harmonious, and a beautiful place to live. Then there is true manifestation of Sadashiva in the whole universe. In the Vedas, there is a mantra which says, Ishana Sarva Vidyanam, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam, Brahmadhipatir Brahmanodhipatir Brahma, Shivo me astu Sada Shivom. Ishana Sarva Vidyanam, one who is the Lord of all the knowledge. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam, who is the Lord of all the beings. Brahmadhipati Brahmanodhipati, who is the ruler of Brahmaji, all the wise men, who himself is the Vedas. May that Shiva be always auspicious to us. So may the Lord help us to have auspicious resolve, and may the Lord bless us with more and more faith, devotion, and love for the Lord.
ॐ नमः शिवाय।